If you're a veteran receiving VA disability compensation, pension, or survivor benefits, there's a payment coming to your bank account on September 1st. And if you've ever been caught off guard, wondering why your deposit hasn't shown up yet, or worried you missed something important, this video is for you. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 3 things. Exactly why your payment lands when it does, the one banking mistake that causes thousands of veterans to think their payment is late every single month, and a lesser-known detail about how your payment amount is calculated that most veterans never think to check until it costs them money. First, let's clear something up right away, because I don't want you thinking there's anything unusual or special happening on September 1st. This is your regular, ordinary monthly VA payment. Nothing more, nothing less. But here's why so many veterans get confused about it. The VA doesn't pay you in advance for the month ahead. It pays you in arrears, meaning the deposit you receive on September 1st is actually your payment for the month of August. So if your disability rating or dependent status changed in August, that change should already be reflected in the check landing September 1st, not the one after. A lot of veterans miss this and assume a change won't show up until next month, when really, it already has. The VA has what's sometimes called the weekend and holiday rule. If the first of the month falls on a Saturday, Sunday, or federal holiday, your payment doesn't wait until the next business day. It actually moves earlier, landing on the last business day before the first. This September, the first falls on a Tuesday, so there's no shift to worry about. Your payment is scheduled to arrive right on that date. But I'm telling you this rule now, because it explains almost every case where a veteran calls their bank confused, thinking their payment is missing, when really it just arrived a day or two earlier than they expected. Once you know this rule exists, you'll never be caught off guard by it again. A lot of veterans check their bank account balance the night before payment day and panic when they don't see the deposit yet. But direct deposits through the VA's automated clearinghouse system are often processed and made available before normal business hours, sometimes as early as midnight, sometimes closer to 6 or 9 in the morning, depending on your bank. Some credit unions, especially ones with a strong military membership base, release VA funds a day or even 2 days early as a courtesy. So if your neighbor's payment showed up Monday night and yours hasn't landed yet Tuesday morning, that's not a red flag. That's just 2 different banks doing things on 2 different timelines. Give it until midday before you assume something's wrong. If you're finding this helpful, take a second to hit like and subscribe. I put these videos together specifically for veterans and retirees who want straight, accurate information without the runaround. And it genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need it. All right, let's keep going, because there's a detail coming up that catches even veterans who've been receiving payments for years. Let's talk about who this actually applies to, because VA payment isn't just one single thing. If you receive VA disability compensation, this September 1st deposit applies to you. If you receive VA pension benefits for low-income wartime veterans, it applies to you too. If you're a surviving spouse or dependent receiving dependency and indemnity compensation, commonly called DIC, you're included as well. But here's the exception people overlook. If you're only enrolled in VA healthcare and don't receive a monthly compensation or pension payment, there's no deposit coming your way on this date. VA healthcare enrollment and VA monthly payments are 2 completely separate things, and confusing them leads a lot of veterans to expect money that was never scheduled to arrive in the first place. Your VA payment amount isn't just about your disability percentage, it's also about your dependent status. If you're rated 30% or higher and you have a spouse, child, or dependent parent, you're entitled to additional compensation on top of your base rate. Here's the mistake that costs veterans real money every year. Life changes happen. A child ages out of dependent status, a spouse passes away, a veteran gets married, a new child is born, and people forget to update this information with the VA. That means either you're missing money you're owed, or worse, you're being overpaid without realizing it, which can create a debt the VA will eventually ask you to repay. Checking your dependent status once a year, especially after any major life event, is one of the simplest things you can do to protect the exact number that lands in your account. Congress has confirmed a cost of living adjustment for VA compensation this year, which affects how much you receive starting at the beginning of the calendar year, not in September. So if your September payment doesn't look different from your August payment, that's expected, COLA increases are applied earlier in the year, not mid-year. I'm mentioning this because every few months I see comments asking why their payment didn't go up, for some reason they heard about online. If a change to your compensation rate isn't tied to your actual disability rating, dependent status, or an already confirmed COLA adjustment, be skeptical of it. The VA does not send surprise bonus payments or unscheduled extra deposits, and any message, text, or call claiming otherwise is worth treating with real caution. And that brings me to something I think is genuinely one of the most important things for you to hear today, especially given how much misinformation circulates around veteran benefits online. Scammers specifically target veterans around payment dates like this one, because they know you're watching your bank account and thinking about your VA benefits. A common tactic is a text message or phone call claiming to be from the VA, saying there's a problem with your direct deposit, or that you need to verify your information to receive your September payment. The VA will never ask you to confirm your bank account number, social security number, or login credentials through a text message or unsolicited phone call. If you ever get a message like this, don't click anything, don't call the number provided. Go directly to va.gov or call the number printed on official VA correspondence you already have. This single habit protects more veterans from losing money than almost anything else I can tell you. If this is your very first VA payment, or you recently had a rating decision change, your first deposit can sometimes look different from what you expected, and it's usually because of back pay. When the VA approves a new rating or an increase, they typically pay you retroactively back to your effective date, which might be months or even years earlier, depending on your claim. That retroactive amount doesn't always arrive in a separate, clearly labeled deposit. Sometimes it's bundled into a regular payment cycle, and sometimes it arrives before or after your regular monthly payment, with very little explanation on your bank statement. If you see a deposit from VACP Trees 310 that doesn't match your usual monthly amount, don't assume it's an error before checking your va.gov account or your award letter first. One more thing worth knowing, especially if you're managing a household budget around a fixed VA income. Mark your calendar now for the months ahead where the first falls on a weekend or holiday, because those are the months your payment will arrive a day or two earlier than you might instinctively expect. Building this into your budgeting rhythm means you're never scrambling, never assuming a payment is late when it's actually just early, and never vulnerable to a scam call claiming there's a delay that needs fixing. So let's bring this together. Your September 1st payment is your normal scheduled VA compensation, pension, or DIC deposit for the month of August, arriving on time because the first falls on a regular business day this year. The most important thing to remember is this: the VA does not contact you by text or phone asking you to verify your banking details to receive a payment. If you ever see that, treat it as a scam and go straight to va.gov to check your account directly. The one action I'd encourage you to take today is simple. Log into your va.gov account or check your most recent award letter and confirm that your dependent information and direct deposit details are current and accurate. It takes 5 minutes, and it's the single best way to make sure the exact amount you're owed is the exact amount that lands in your account every single month, without surprises. You've earned these benefits, and you deserve to receive them without stress, confusion, or the runaround. I'll keep bringing you clear, accurate updates like this one, so if it helped, stick around, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself, and take care of that bank account.